Have you ever noticed how some of the quietest people are the ones who see everything? They're the observers, the ones who notice the little details that everyone else misses. Their silence isn't emptiness. It's filled with thoughts, observations, and a deep understanding of the world around them. This is the story of how one child found strength in quiet observation, and it's a story that might feel familiar to many of you. Imagine a young boy. Let's call him Leo. Leo was a cheerful, energetic kid who loved to laugh and share his stories with anyone who would listen. His world was bright, loud, and full of joy. But school can be a tough place, and for Leo, it became a battlefield he wasn't prepared for. It started subtly, a mean comment here, a push in the hallway there. At first, he tried to laugh it off, to fight back with words, to be the same bubbly kid he always was. But the teasing and exclusion were relentless. The other kids made fun of his glasses, the way he answered questions in class, even the cartoons he liked. Slowly, the world that was once so vibrant started to lose its color. His laughter faded, replaced by a nervous, quiet watchfulness. He found that the more he spoke, the more ammunition he gave them. His words were twisted, his enthusiasm mocked, so he learned to stop speaking. At first, the silence was a defense mechanism, a shield to protect himself from the barbs and insults. If he didn't say anything, they couldn't make fun of what he said. If he didn't participate, they couldn't exclude him. He became a ghost in the classroom, in the playground, even at home. His parents noticed the change, of course. Their chatty, lively son was gone, replaced by a quiet, withdrawn child who just shrugged when they asked what was wrong. They tried everything, talking to teachers, encouraging new hobbies, but the wall Leo had built around himself was thick. Inside that silence, something unexpected began to happen. With his own voice silenced, Leo started to really listen to the voices of others. He became an expert observer of human behavior. He wasn't just hearing words anymore. He was noticing the flicker of insecurity in the bully's eyes when a teacher was near. He saw the way a popular girl's smile didn't quite reach her eyes when her friends were being mean to someone else. He noticed the slight hesitation in a classmate's voice that betrayed their lie. He started seeing patterns. The kids who were the meanest were often the ones who seemed the most desperate for attention and approval. They weren't strong, they were afraid. He saw the alliances, the secret friendships, the hidden kindnesses. He noticed the lonely new student that everyone ignored, just like they ignored him. He saw the teacher who looked tired and stressed but still tried to make a connection with every student. His world, which had shrunk into a small, silent bubble, began to expand again, but in a different way. It wasn't about him anymore. It was about understanding everyone else. He became a student of people. He learned to read body language like it was a book. A clenched jaw meant anger, fidgeting hands meant anxiety. A quick, downward glance meant shame or sadness. One day in art class, the teacher, Mrs. Davis, announced a new project, capture an emotion without using words. While other kids drew smiley faces or crying eyes, Leo thought for a long time. He then took a large sheet of paper and began to draw. He didn't draw a face, he drew a pair of hands. One hand was tightly clenched into a fist, knuckles white, but with one finger slightly uncurled, as if wanting to let go. The other hand was open, hovering just above the fist, not touching, but its shadow falling gently over it. It was a picture of conflict, of anger and the desire for peace, of tension and the possibility of release. When it was his turn to present, he simply placed his drawing on the easel. He didn't say a word. The class was silent. Mrs. Davis walked up to the drawing, her eyes scanning every detail. She looked at it for a long, long time. Then she turned to the class, her voice soft. "Can anyone tell me what you see here? What do you feel?" A few kids guessed. Anger, sadness. But the popular girl, the one with the sad smile, looked at it and said, "It feels complicated. Like you're angry, but you don't want to be. Like you want to reach out, but you're scared. Leo just stood there, his heart pounding. For the first time, someone saw. Someone understood, without him having to say a single word. Mrs. Davis looked at Leo, a real, warm smile on her face. "Leo," she said, "this is one of the most perceptive and powerful pieces of art I have ever seen. You have an incredible gift for observation." That moment was a turning point. It wasn't a magic cure. The bullying didn't stop overnight, but something inside Leo had shifted. He realized his silence wasn't a weakness. It was a source of his unique strength. His ability to see what others missed was a superpower. He had learned to translate the silent language of the world. He started using his gift. He noticed the lonely new girl, Maria, always eating by herself. One day, he saw her drop her book. Before he could second-guess himself, he walked over, picked it up for her, and handed it to her with a small, quiet smile. He didn't need to say much. His action was enough. A small connection was made. He started writing. He filled notebooks with stories, not about epic heroes, but about ordinary people and the silent battles they fought every day. He wrote about the boy who was loud, because he felt invisible, the girl who was mean, because she was hurting. His writing was rich with the details he had been collecting for years. He poured all his observations, all his understanding, into his characters. Years passed. Leo never became the loud, boisterous kid he once was. He remained quiet, thoughtful, and observant. But he was no longer silent out of fear. He was quiet by choice. He chose his words carefully, and when he spoke, people listened, because his words had weight. They were backed by a deep well of understanding. His journey teaches us something profound. Many of us are taught to be loud, to speak up, to make our presence known, and while there's a time and place for that, there is also immense power in quiet observation. The ability to listen, to see beyond the surface, to understand the unspoken, that is a true skill. It's what makes great artists, writers, therapists, and leaders. It's what makes great friends. If you are someone who feels quiet or overlooked, know this: your perspective is unique and valuable. You are seeing the world in a way that many people can't. Your silence is not emptiness. It's a space where you can cultivate empathy, understanding, and wisdom. And if you know someone like Leo, don't mistake their quietness for disinterest. Try to understand the world they are so carefully observing. Ask them what they see. You might be surprised by the depth of their insight. Leo's story is a reminder that our struggles can forge our greatest strengths. The very thing that was meant to break him became the foundation of his power. He turned his pain into perception, his silence into a language of deep empathy. And that is a story worth telling. If you've ever felt like Leo, or if this story resonated with you, please know you're not alone. Sometimes, the quietest voices have the most important things to say. If you're struggling with bullying or feeling isolated, please reach out. Talk to a trusted adult, a friend, or a mental health professional. There are people who want to listen and help. Your voice deserves to be heard, whether it's loud or quiet. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. If you enjoyed this story, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel for more content that explores the deeper side of our human experience. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Have you ever found strength in being quiet? Let's continue the conversation. Until next time.